Wow, they said the Champions League winning coach wasn't good enough for them. They said the club legend, Frank Lampard, still wasn't good enough. They said Brighton's coach, who has achieved, quite a lot with the team, he brought him to Chelsea, and they said it still wasn't good enough. Mauricio Pochettino as well, despite spending a whole lot of money, I've been told that he himself is still not good enough for Chelsea. So who is good enough? Is it Ibukun Aluko? Is it Farouk Adetola? Is it Roy? Is it Izuchuku? Well, on this note, I welcome you to another exciting, beautiful edition of Best of the Best Sports Show right here on the land. The best show you ever have or you ever see in Nigeria. My name is Ibukun Aluko, as always, and I'm here to take you around the exciting, scintillating, beautiful, interesting world of sport. If there's a club struggling, if there's a club that needs help, if there's a club that needs to be in the intensive care unit in any hospital, I think Chelsea has to be that club. If you see any Chelsea fan today, please do something simple for them. Just give them a warm hug. Farouk Abeg, let me hug these our guys for you. Sorry, bro. All right, guys. I'm not. I never introduced you now. Calm down. I never introduced you now.
You never even start show. I even don't finish everything.
Anyways,
they call it blow the bell.
As always, I'm not alone in the studio. I have got three wonderful guys right here with me who dissect, analyze, and talk about everything that happened in the world of sport during the weekend. My name is Ibukwan Aluko, like I said. We'll start off the show with Aaron Okodri. He wins another African table tennis championship to remain African number. I was about saying world number one. I don't forget this some chinko guys there with the beat away. But Farouk, I don't hear Loki. I've been hearing, Aaron Okodri since I won't say I was a kid, but since growing up. Segun Toriola, Aaron Okodri, and this when I was looking through the rundown, I thought that this shouldn't be a news because I've seen this guy, he has done it in African setup every time. So now he's aged already. What do you think he needs? Because I want to talk about this win. What do you think he needs to become? Is it possible for him to become world number one?
I don't think so. I don't think so. It's going to be very difficult. No, and let's not downplay what he has achieved. To be able to dominate against the Egyptians, Omar Assar, who is one of the best players of all time in Africa. You have to give him credit. This guy has broken that club of African players, not been in top 20. He's the first to get into top 20. I think he's number 11th or number 10th in the world now. And so midfield, for you just have about 10 players ahead of you. As far as table tennis is concerned in the world, where you know that it's the Chinese, Japanese, Brazilian.
But what can he do to become world number one?
Can he ever become world number one? I would doubt that. But the truth is, he has been very, very close. He has gone to quarterfinal of the World Cup before. He has been in the semi-final of some games. He has won some tournaments where he's playing in Germany. So I feel that he's playing to his best capacity. Unfortunately, there are some guys that are just way better than him. And this guy can ruffle shoulder against anybody, anytime in the world. But being at world number one might be a call that is just too much for him to answer. But if you talk about his quality, arguably, he will go down as one of the greatest players to ever play in Africa, if not number one in Africa for all time. Because when you beat
compared to Segun Toriola,
no, Segun doesn't even come close. Segun doesn't come close at all.
It doesn't come close. Okay, let's leave that. We wish Aaron Okodri all the best. Yes. Farouk is a very experienced tennis player. I've played some games with him. Can you get one against him?
Now
1 point.
You go use one finger. You go use one finger.
You go give him
No. He won't win with 10. But I know saying go beat you as if saying. You can, of course, out of 1 to 10, I will not pick one.
If you no pick one.
If you no pick one service.
I played with you and I picked it, but I don't get.
But I still beat you now.
You still beat me, but I still get some points.
And I am at the pass.
Let's move straight to the one happening right there in Netherlands. When they started the season, it was as if it was going to be another season that they will look up to, despite losing a whole lot of players, despite losing one of their top, in fact, one of the best ever managers they've had. It seems Ajax are now in serious trouble. The game against Feyenoord this weekend, they were losing 3-0 in around 50-something minutes before fans encroached, and it seems that it was more like a protest. The match needed to be abandoned. Let's talk about the match being abandoned. Ajax have been a team that we know traditionally they've conquered their domestic league. People even criticize them for the fact that they call them what do they call this thing? they people
They're a
don't,
selling club.
you
They're
know,
more like,
people don't see them as a club that can go over the line. Sorry, it's not you I was asking. It's I've forgotten that I started with you. So the fans more like they protested after that 3-0. If I even me, I was seeing it on live scan. I felt that how can Ajax be losing 3-0 at home? So at this point, do you think that the exit of Ten Hag has really caused a whole lot of problem for Ajax? Because we've seen them lose players that they've always been a selling club. They've sold their best players and they still want to perform even on the domestic scene. But now they are not even getting the results in their own league. So what do you think is the way forward for Ajax? Should they call back Ten Hag?
I don't think it's about calling at this point. I don't actually think it's the coach, because you've seen Ajax lose the likes of Zlatan. You can call names that have dominated Europe over the years.
Yeah.
And if you look back at where they came from, you would see Ajax as part of their story. You get, so I think it's a call to the culture of the club right now. Probably their recruitment system is not what it used to be. And at the beginning of the season,
Normally they don't even recruit. Normally they just get players from the academy
or from somewhere. And it became I didn't like the fact that, you know, there are things the club would do that would send you a kind of message that will not just sit well with you. Bergwijn is your club captain. And I started asking questions. Why? How is Bergwijn, of all people, going to captain Ajax? So it seems like there's something fundamentally wrong. And because these are the people, this league is practically their own. We've seen them win it time and time again.
They came third last year.
So that's the thing. Is so look, I don't know. I feel there's something wrong with them at their core. That it has to be a problem. I think it's a cultural problem right now. The club culture is.
So we've known Ajax to be a selling club, like I was telling him. But in the end, it seems that what helps them, what makes them, why we call them Ajax, why we call them a top club in Europe, is the fact that they have, their academy is one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
They bring in talent that become eventual world-class players, player of the year, and the rest. Now, looking at the way football is going, it seems even the fans are not even patient with youngsters anymore. Everyone wants top player in their club. Do you think Ajax, is that time they started ditching the fact that they are a selling club? Do you think, because over the years, this is the first time I saw Ajax bring in about 5-6 players since last season. They've brought in about 5, 6, 7 players. So, do you think they should go back to what they were known for in terms of the academy, or you think they should start bringing in world-class players as well?
So the thing is, every club has a culture, all right? So
Yeah.
like you rightly stated, that has been the culture of Ajax, and it has worked over the years. You understand? Promoting players from the academy to the senior team. Like you rightly stated, the likes of the Bucharest, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and all of that. You will see that trend. However, since last year, after the exit of Ten Hag, they've been marred with a lot of controversies. Their president, Edwin van der Sar, you understand, left the
I think
club.
even there was this guy that had issues of sexual issues. I forgot his name
I
again.
think it's one of the Dubois brothers
Yeah.
left the club. Van der Sar left the club, and all of that. So it has been one problem.
I think Van der Sar was sick.
Yeah. So it has been from one problem. Their recruitment team has been very poor, and all of that. They lost their captain, Dusan Tadic.
Yeah.
They terminated his contract. And all
In
of
fact,
that.
Tadic was the plan. The plan they were going to start the season with Tadic, and the guy said that what he saw, he didn't see a team that wants to improve.
Exactly.
I think it's more of the way they have run the club for the last 2 years. It's
Yeah.
very, very poor. Ajax are not a club that don't. It's not as if they don't buy, but they buy low profile players. They might buy players for like £12 million, £4 million a year. Go to South America, get 1 or 2 players, and bring them together. But they believe more in their academy and also their system and also their structure.
Yeah.
But of late, things have gone south for them. Feyenoord has been dominating. PS will not give them a chance to win, and now they're a club that are used to winning. They have won 3 in the last 4. And these are clubs that they want to win at all costs. And the fans are not even enjoying the football they are playing. If you're not even winning, if you are not winning and you're still playing well, they can still at least, but they're not enjoying what they are seeing. This is not to say that what they have done is right. It is completely wrong. And I think that they should hammer on them quite well. I like the fact that police, came to bring calm to the riots they had, outside of the stadium, altered the football match. But we are still waiting for the eventualities of that. But for me, Ajax is just calm down, go back to drawing board and find a way to bring those players together. The last 2 years for them has been very, very poor. And I feel that, yes, Ten Hag is a big factor, losing the coach in that status, but that has never been a problem. They let coach go, I don't go, just like
Yeah, that's
for the first time for the last 2 years. Not about football.
their football has been very, very terrible. And also results are not coming in. Just a victory in the first 5 matches. Ajax would not accept that.
Well, despite the performance of the team, like Farouk said, I think the fans also should know that they should always comport themselves regardless of the results of the team. Now, let's move straight to Nigeria. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have dropped from the top 5 in Africa. This came after, I think, a couple of friendlies. I think when it was during the international break, we only played 1 game, and someone was asking why we couldn't, play another friendly, and I was saying that maybe it might be financial reasons. Absolutely. You get because to play friendlies also is very expensive, especially when you want to play top teams. They are the one that call the shot. They will tell you this is what we want, and now you go, they find money where you go to. But now Nigeria is out of the top 5, as you can see on the screen, in Africa. This means that the AFCON happening next year, we were not drawn in pot 1, which is more like a disrespect to what we've always known this country for. The Super Eagles of Nigeria can count how many teams that can actually beat Nigeria on the continent. I don't think they are up to 3.
Yes.
Now we have the best, more like the best attack, in Africa. In pot 1, the host nation, Cote d'Ivoire, obviously they will be in pot 1. Morocco being one of the top 5 in Africa, they were in pot 1. Senegal, they just concluded AFCON, they won it. Also, they've been in the mix for a while. They were in Tunisia, Algeria, and Egypt. We have about 4 North African teams there.
That's the fear.
What did you say?
I said that's the fear. They're dominating now, and it's so nice to see them there.
So they are dominating. I remember when Egypt dominated the AFCON for a long period of time.
Like 4 years.
They were always winning it. And Nigeria in pot 2, because the teams that are actually shocking, Nigeria and Cameroon, these are traditional.
Even Ghana as well.
Even Ghana. But looking at the draws, do you think we should be scared of anything?
Absolutely not. But it's just a disrespect, like I've said, that we're not in top 1. I'm in pot 1.
Yeah.
The teams there are also a very, very good team, but I think that on every day we should be in top 1, in pot 1. But unfortunately, we have slipped out of that position. A lot of people were asking that how does the FIFA ranking works? It is very, very weird. If you want to study it, honestly, you need to go and get probably jam form and apply for that course.
I think there are points.
It's always confusing. But for those that don't have to calculate, it's not about you winning. Okay, at least our last match, we won 6 goals to nothing against South Tome, but it didn't count because of the team we played
People like
against.
you did not make it count. You were laughing at
No. That's why I was laughing. You were making so much noise about it. But teams like that will not add anything to you. If I had played against a team ahead of us, even if we lose, it might even add up more points than we win against South Tome and Principe 7 goals. I'll be 29-0. But what this is for sure.
But that one I will qualify. We don't be say we know the player now.
And now, but I'm just saying that I think we have also played the game during that window.
Top friendly.
Must also help us play against likes of Ghana, play against likes of Portugal and Romania, teams that's also very well placed in FIFA ranking. Unfortunately, we didn't do that. But I still feel we shouldn't be bothered about this. Any day, anytime, we should be qualifying into the round of 16 at the Nations Cup. Yes, we might meet one of Cameroon, one of Cote d'Ivoire, Morocco, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt. If we're in the same group with them, we should still qualify, regardless of anybody in our group. And also, there's going to be best loser. So anyway, which way? You don't have any excuse.
I don't think best loser. I think if we're angry about the fact that we're not in pot 1, this tournament is a chance for us to go there and make a statement and let the world know that we deserve to be back in the top 5. Go there, dominate. Attack-wise, I don't think there's any country in Africa that compares to us right now. We have the best of the best as far as African players are concerned in the world. We have Osimhen, we have Boniface that is dominating in Germany, and Awoni is in the form of his life right now. You get so it's very simple. Go there, make a statement, if possible, win the tournament, and let the world know that look, we're Nigeria and we're back and we deserve. In fact, we're the number 1 team in Africa as it stands. This tournament for them to just go there and it's a statement tournament for them. If you're angry, go there, play like you're angry, play that you're mad about the fact that you're not in top 1. You're not in top 6. Go there and get back there. It's that simple.
Well, the AFCON is just less than, I think, 5 months. Is it 6 months or 5 months?
It's 5 months.
I think 5 months. So we know how it works. January, top African teams will compete against each other to see who is best on the continent. Like Izo said, I think Nigeria has the quality. It shouldn't be a question of whether we are in pot 1 or pot 2. Your quality should be able to tell. But my worry is Jose Peseiro. quick one. Do you think he's good enough to lead us to the AFCON?
No, I don't think he is.
So you feel there's nothing, we shouldn't be expecting much from that?
Yes, to be honest.
Well, that was a very
Unless
good
our
down.
individual brilliance will lead us through.
Anyways, I don't really think I have enough faith in Jose Peseiro. If it was gonna run now, I would have said maybe might have done something at the AFCON, but Jose Peseiro he's been playing Sao Tome every day, and it seems that's what he wants to play every time. When we beat him now, would he complain again? Anyways, away from Nigeria and the Super Eagles, let's talk about this weekend games. Farouk, I know you came in happy, you came in excited. In fact, when we were coming, you never stopped talking about this weekend games. Unlike last week that you were sad all through.
Why they
No.
drop Lamba?
Unlike last week that you
Why
were
they
sad all
drop
through.
Lamba?
Now let's start off with Man United. Despite the fact that they lost their last 3 games, it seems Ten Hag has finally gotten the dressing room back again against Burnley.
I'm very certain Farouk wouldn't even agree to what you just said right now.
But the performance against Burnley, would you
Was
say it's a breath of fresh air for United?
Yes, to be honest, with Farouk, you understand, it was a better game compared to what they've been going through. You understand, and it's Burnley anyway. It's just a newly promoted team, so you really don't. In the past, with the likes of Cleverley and whatever, they will always collect 3. But I'm surprised Burnley fought back. They managed to. They narrowly.
But for United are struggling, you know.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's Burnley, Sheffield, or
You know what?
it's a Premier League game.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
Like I said, that was
They
what
could
I
have
said.
lost the game as well.
That's what I'm saying. But their performance against Burnley, you have to give them some credit. You understand? They played well. I watched the game. You understand? They played well, even though they struggled to score, but they played better football compared to what we saw with Brighton and the likes.
Okay, talking about playing well, I saw different scenarios where Rashford had opportunities to add to the lead, and there is a particular video that was coming out where Rashford, shot the ball instead of passing to, I think, was it Casemiro or someone that was close to him.
Yes, Casemiro.
Now, it seems over the years, Rashford has always been called talent. I remember when Jesse Lingard started like that, when Pogba started like that. It seems we've still not seen that Rashford. Would you say that it's time for us to start accept that he's just a little bit above average player? Maybe we can't get anything more from him.
I wouldn't say Rashford is above average as much as I would enjoy to drag him for whatever he's doing right now.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an above average player. What I would say is I think he has grown in stature as a player. He's a player who, when you want to play Man U, you need to account for the fact that you are going to deal with Rashford as a player. He's going to disturb anybody, any day, anytime. But my problem with him is I don't think he has grown much. The mental part of his game, I don't really think he has grown so much, because you're on a very bad run right now. You've lost 3 games. You are playing against Burnley. This is a game where you're leading 1-0, fine. But yes, the amount of goals you're going to win by will inspire confidence for games to come.
Yeah.
Go there, make it 2, make it 3, make it 4. You do not have to be the one.
But Chelsea won 3-0 against Nottingham.
It doesn't those that.
No, you just made mention of the amount of goals. You just remember if had been they beat Burnley, does it really matter, or the win is the most important thing?
The thing is, Man's problem. There's going to be a feel good atmosphere around the club if you go and turn it over against teams like this. Let's not lie, Burnley did not play badly.
Yeah.
In fact, in the first 20 minutes of the game, it was very possible that they would have gotten 2 goals, if not for some heroics from Onana. You get? But the second half, Man U came out and it seemed like they wanted to go at Burnley finally and win this game. Now you're a big player. You have presence in the dressing room. Things like this, you are new players. Hannibal made his full debut against Burnley. Holland is just new to the club. This is a situation where you can make these guys feel like, okay, you're part of the team. Let them be the ones to get the goals. Make an assist, do something, make them feel involved. But he seems to like to want to take the credit for whenever Man U wins and all of that. Last season is gone.
Yeah.
You got your 30 goals. He's not going to come into this season and help you. He needs to start doing something different. Release the ball. The entire world of football is mad at him for being selfish.
Yeah.
Something needs to change. So because Man U always attacks through him. That's
Definitely,
that's their
Definitely.
best channel of attack. They always attack through him. When you want to go at teams with pace, Rashford is your best option in that team. But when he makes those runs and gets into the box, his decision making sometimes can be very, very poor.
Well, Farouk, when the lineup came out before the game, I saw Johnny Evans, and I remember, back then, in days of Alex Ferguson, Johnny Evans was more like a go-to person when the Chiefs are down, or when there is no available defender and all. But it seems that despite the criticism of the lineup from Ten Hag, Johnny Evans was more like a real part of that win. Are you going to say that maybe we should start giving players a second thought, or giving managers a second thought for their starting lineup?
Of course, you don't know exactly the environment coach is picking players from. United are ravaged with injury at this point in time. 4 or 3 players at the back is not playing, central defenders. So that's why they brought in Johnny Evans. And I, for one, don't like to always condemn the selection or even the players being bought by coaches, because I'm not there. He knows exactly what he wants. If it works well for him, we'll clap for him. But if it don't work, we'll drag like the narrator.
So you don't plan when you drag down?
No. And Johnny Evans, I saw him last season at Leicester.
Yeah.
Wasn't as bad as a lot of people are painting him to be. He's still one of the most experienced players in the Premier League. See, some players will walk into some clubs that are working well, and things are going on well, and you feel that they have done quite well there. But bring even Van Dijk into that United defense that is still struggling now. It might still be the same of the same. Van Dijk walked into Liverpool and everything just changed suddenly. It wasn't as if it was the main thing. Liverpool were playing well at that point in time, and they bonded well together. So I still feel that Ten Hag is still this to call. The 1-0 victory, he will take it and celebrate, because if you had lost 3 games back to back, consider an average of 3 in that game back to back, and you are able to win by a goal to nothing, kept a clean sheet, didn't really, struggle to win. I think you take it, like as if you have won World Cup, but there's still a lot to come. Is there going to be confidence from games like this? Because
they haven't even won on the road in a long time.
So that's it. So you have won on the road. So I feel that it's a very good victory for United. But Johnny Evans had a very good game, scored a goal that was allowed, probably controversially. At least 1-0 victory, not victory.
It might still be the very early part of the season, but it seems that the boys are being separated from the men gradually. Man City, Liverpool, in fact, Man City have won 6 straight league games so far, and Liverpool, since they drew against Chelsea, they've shown that they can compete this time around against Man City. And I always say that if there's any team that can really pursue Man City, we've seen it over the years, we've seen it over and over again, I think it's Liverpool that will easily do that. So we don't really have much to talk about these big men. Let's move straight to Chelsea. Now,
focus.
Chelsea, it's like I said in my intro, it seems that they've tried a whole lot of managers. Yes, when I mean a whole lot, top managers included, and it seems things are still not working well. A lot of people will tell you that maybe the recruitment process, maybe Abramovich knows the kind of player Chelsea wants. Maybe the new owners are just being naive about getting the fans on their side. But now Pochettino came in and he promised a whole lot during the preseason. I remember how Jackson was always scoring goals. How it seems like he's a new, Delima Ronaldo for Chelsea. But now there's been serious struggles. Let's forget about the attacking side. The whole department of the squad. In fact, the goal Chelsea considered against Aston Villa, number 1, I don't know the defender that was with Thiago Silva was with Watkins, and a normal Thiago Silva would have anticipated that shot. Apart from that one, even the keeper Robert Sanchez as well, he positioned himself well and the ball still went through him. Now, are we going to say that the recruitment process is the reason Chelsea have been poor, or you feel that it's time we start hitting the hammer on the head and start blaming the manager?
I wouldn't say, I'm not going to lie to you. I blame our strikers. I blame Poch. Yeah. I blame everybody at this point in time. Even the medical teams, I blame them.
How about you?
Because I blame myself.
Blame Roy too.
Because why do we have this amount of players out injured? There's supposed to be a question mark there. Mm-hmm. That's one. Now, people might say, I'm one of the people who said, I don't want Kobe playing at left back. I want Thiago Silva to sit on the bench. I want to see Kobe and Disasi and a proper left back at left back. Play players where we know they usually play. This misprofiling of Isabi pass, so you go fit play 10. I don't want to see it anymore. But if you look at it from all of that, against Aston Villa, we actually created chances. The problem now is, I feel like Sterling and Jackson probably had a bet of who will miss the most chances against Aston Villa, because it was very ridiculous to watch. We had chance upon chance. Aston Villa did not necessarily have big chance. I think throughout the game they had only one.
Yeah.
They didn't really have big chances to better than say, oh my god, if you are taking that, would have won this game. You get Chelsea had a lot. Sterling missed, Jackson missed, and you keep wondering.
But the red card, the Man Augusto red card, Farouk. Did you think it was more of the reason, Aston Villa came into the game?
Yeah, I think once a man down, a good team will take advantage. But also somewhere else too, Rodri got a red card. It didn't even count against them. But what I'm just saying is that Chelsea's problem is not about the red card they received. It's more about them, not taking chances. I saw the game as well too. Sterling, who is so experienced in the Premier League, still playing as if he's still a hero trying to grow through the ranks. Jackson, who promised so much, during the preseason, has failed to sparkle at this point in time. And then when you have, like I've been saying, Chelsea needs to give their the players a lot of time. Unfortunately, in the Premier League, we do not have that now. But I think they might get it together at the point in time.
Are you coming for the manager at all?
I won't blame the manager. I can't blame the manager that has just taken the job after how many months. He has just had 6 games in the Premier League. So give him time. But Chelsea will still materialize. They're playing well, honestly. To be honest, they are playing well. You can see what they're trying to do.
I can't see what we're trying to do.
The only problem with Chelsea,
I promise you that.
is because we are talking as a fan.
No, it's not because I'm Chelsea.
You guys are talking as a fan. Bro, you guys are talking as a fan. You said yourself, just like creating chances. If you're not playing well, how do you create chances?
What is Sports trying to do?
Wait,
you can't see. You can't see. I can't see it.
See, the first thing in a team that you want to applaud the team for is creating chances. You said here yourself in the start that Chelsea have created the biggest chances.
But watching this video, they've created
chances. The problem is that you're not taking your chances. You are taking about 3 out of the chances you guys created over the weekend. It's going to be a victory for you guys. So for me, you have the most chances created in the Premier League. If you're not playing well, you don't create chance in the football game.
My question to you is, what is Poch trying to do?
The most chances created, the most chances created in Premier League, meaning that there's something going well for Chelsea going forward. If you want to analytically look at it, now we have to blame the attackers. We have to start calling out names. I made mention of Nicholas Jackson, who I felt should start scoring goals. Ryan Sterling as well. Now, a lot of players are injured. I don't want to blame the manager. You cannot be creating chances. Do you think, who would you rather blame? Because you're a Chelsea fan. Would you give the manager the blame, or would you say that these players need to start stepping up? Because you cannot be losing at home and losing away.
Okay, so it's a general blame, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right? No, serious, to be frank. I'm very angry. For the first time, I've been a dead follower of Chelsea. I support them in all of this. But yesterday game was the height of it. You understand what I'm saying? It was the height of it. Sterling has no reason playing 90 minutes. Gallagher has no reason being in the team to start with. Like, I don't understand. There is no philosophy. Look at.
But Chelsea has been your best
hold on. Anyways. Look at Man City, for instance. You can understand what they are trying to do. All right, you will see the pattern of play. Remove any player from Man City, it won't affect Man City. They will just bring in somebody and the person plays straight. Look at Kovacic. We sold Kovacic and he's playing well. You understand what I'm saying? Look at Arsenal. You will understand what Arsenal is trying to do. Look at Tottenham. You will see their football philosophy. What is Chelsea's football philosophy? None. All we do is get ball, take it to the side, and cross it, recycle, and start again. That is what we do.
That's a philosophy. That's a style.
It's not a style.
I don't know why you guys are trying to.
But why don't you see it this way? Hold on. Why don't you see it this way? Another school of thought is that what if the style is good, but the players to execute it are not good enough?
Now, you can't do same thing twice and expect different results. It is absolutely wrong. You have tried this same style, it doesn't work. What stops you from
No, you can do same thing twice and expect the same result.
You guys don't.
Look at
this chance now. Are you going to blame the coach for this as well?
No. Me see. I said it as well. I don't like the niche profiling. Personally, the fact that he's playing as number 10 is very irritating to watch. I'm not enjoying it. Is he creating chances from there? Yes, he's a very good player. He would create chances. I don't believe he's the number 10. It's very disgusting to watch. If we try it again, they will beat us again. It's going to be rinse and repeat.
Well, there was a time you were very happy about the fact that Caicedo, Lavia, signed for Chelsea.
I was happy. When we bought Caicedo, what I had in my head was that I was going to be a pivot of Enzo and Caicedo.
Exactly.
Both of them can play box to box.
But you didn't expect Gallagher to be there.
I see. At this point, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Gallagher is playing badly. You get? I thought he was going to be a squad player this season. Yesterday, his rating was far better than that of Caicedo, if we're being very honest. He had a better game than both of them. let's take us away from that. Courage at left back is disgusting to watch. Now, when Pochettino is a coach that made his career around saying, oh, he works better with young players, he will break them down and build them up into whatever he wants. The average age at Chelsea, the squad average age, I think is 23.7 or something. We have the youngest squad in the league, basically. This is something you've prided yourself over. Okay, look, this is the kind of squad I like to work with. So if you're not coming out to come and now tell me that you cannot do anything with the squad because the players they gave you, I said it before and I'll say it again, we do not have bad players.
Now it seems Chelsea they are looking like they are battling relegation now. Just quick one. At what point should we start blaming the manager? I said it last week. I feel maybe by December, January. But at what point should we start blaming?
Well, since you have decided to mention the position where Chelsea are, I will personally ask Bashake to help us do a remix of that song. We used to be lonely at the top, but Chelsea are lonely at the bottom right now. But being honest, I think once it gets to January and probably after 15 games and results don't change, then you have to start asking the coach, does he exactly know what he wants to do? Yes, there are injuries. Kuku is not playing, but definitely you have to ask the question that coach.
You can't spend.
At what point should we start blaming the coach? Just pick one.
Start blaming him now.
Exactly.
What about you?
The time is now.
Start blaming the coach now.
Oh yes.
I wouldn't even
See.
All right, no. Let's leave it at that. Let's go straight to the North London derby. Quick one. Arsenal against Tottenham. These are big guys who are not close to what Chelsea are doing and Man United are doing. These are they are men. Chelsea, United, and Chelsea are boys. So now it seems that the fair result. I said it that the best result they could have gotten from that game was a draw because both teams have really been well this season. Roy, Arsenal proving once again that they are still a team at the top. Spurs proving that they are no mean feat this season. They are yet to stay. They are yet to fight for whether the top four, whether the trophy this time around. What has changed for Spurs coming from last season?
Their coach. You have to give him credit to what he has done. You understand? He plays a very beautiful football. I mentioned it earlier.
Despite losing Harry Kane.
Exactly. Wow. It seems as if Harry Kane has been the problem even. You understand? Because they are now playing. No, sincerely, they are now playing as a team. Look at Son.
No, I
said it seems. I'm not trying to.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, they are now playing as a team. They are compact. You understand? Their counter-attack football is sweet to watch. You get Son has transformed to a beast. You understand what I'm saying? So you will see a team that is focused, determined, a team that wants to play good football. They had more possession than Arsenal yesterday. Yes, they had more possession than Arsenal. They played sweet, beautiful football. So the credit has to go to the coach.
So the coach has been doing well.
Oh, fantastic.
Where are you seeing them this season? Are they going to compete for the top four?
Yes, they will. They will make top four.
Not the title.
Maybe not the title.
Farouk, what about you? Pick one.
Well, I think it was a very beautiful game to watch. It's also nice to see two teams alike scoring against each other. They go against each other. Song enjoying a new breath of life as his captain. Amadisi slotting in just as if there was no problem in the start, and it shows that the coach understands exactly what he wants to do. One thing about that's why I say that coach has a lot of decisions to make. If he works well, you get the credit. If he doesn't work well, you take the blame. But all of a sudden, everything seems to be gelling together. Players are not playing well last season. Suddenly are playing well. What has changed is just the coach, and I feel that Spurs might be too early to say they will finish top four. They will go for the league, but what they are doing right about now, they can continuously, to do that constantly. They will at least have a problem to give to other teams. Might not win the league, but I think they will finish comfortably in the top four.
Well, Arteta said he came out yesterday that the criticism shouldn't go on Jorginho. It was the reason I think that Arsenal drew that game because I felt that 2-1 they could have conserved that lead. But are we getting to a point where people should not be blaming players for errors committed?
They took the ball from you. It's your fault. I understand Arteta trying to shield his player. That's what any good coach should do on a normal day. Aside from some coaches who will go there and see it as it is, he messed up, he messed up. Arteta's style might be shield his player, scold him behind closed doors, and then push him to go there and do better. That's his home point. It's his business to judge you that way. Me, as a fan of football, it's Jorginho's fault any day, anytime.
Well, my school of thought as well, I feel that as a player, especially as an experienced player, if you know you are good enough, you should always take blame. That error was practically from him. He had no reason staying too long on that ball. Now, other results from Europe this weekend. Sassuolo defeated Juventus, I think 4-2, and Atletico defeated Real Madrid 3-1. A quick one on that one. Madrid are also struggling with injuries. Their best player, Vinicius, is been out for a while now. Militao out, the keeper as well, ACL out as well. Even despite the fact that they had some players out, Farouk, it was a terrible show from Real Madrid against Atletico.
It was terrible, and for the first time, Atletico Madrid had their numbers, from start to finish. They dominated, scored the same kind of way. That's what you see in the team that knows exactly what they want to do. It was a planned move. All those moves were planned, orchestrated by the coach, and they delivered it quite well. For Griezmann, he was enjoying himself, everywhere on the field. The former Madrid player Morata, getting 2 goals in that match. And for me, Madrid played
and he
quite
celebrated.
Well. Why would you celebrate? You have played everywhere in Europe now. Don't go Juve. Don't go Chelsea. So he's a man of everywhere.
Some respect to
I don't be paying. I don't like all this. I don't like all this respect.
Give some respect to your parents.
But just to wrap it all up.
Yeah.
The La Liga this season is going to be very interesting. Girona also still stay in the mix.
Yeah, but let's add Barcelona's onto it. At some point, I thought Barca lost that game already. But it seems that the league this time around, it's really a battle of 3. Atletico in the mix, Madrid is in the mix, Barca is in the mix. Did you ever at any point in that game thought maybe Barca could even get a draw against Celta Vigo?
I'm not going to lie to you. When Celta Vigo got the second goal and I looked at the time,
74,
I felt like Barca would get a draw. See, I've watched Barcelona since after they added Felix and Joao Cancelo to the mix. I've had this urge to watch them and look at what Xavi is trying to do. You get now. That's where when you see something like that, you start to feel bad when your club does certain things and they want you to clap for them.
So Felix was a great loss.
Yes, it's very clear to see. Barcelona kept creating chance. It's not enough to say you created 3 big chances in a game, 90 minutes, and we should clap for you and say, oh, whatever you're trying to do as a coach is working. We can see it's right on paper. It's not working. They created chance upon chance upon
in fact,
chance.
The 2 players that they brought in made a difference in that game.
And they kept you can even the best of coaches when you're winning. Pep winning 3-0 and be animated on the touchline. Barca will keep creating. Even after Cancelo had scored to make it 3, they kept going at Celta Vigo like the game was just about to start.
But what thing they shock me now? This guy is talking about Xavi. I'm surprised that Xavi can be this, talk about. Looking at what Xavi did last season, yes, he won the league, but he was terrible in cup competitions. They gave him 2 years extra. That was last week. Are you seeing Xavi as maybe someone who eventually win the Champions League for Barca after a long time?
May not win the Champions League now, you understand, but he's still learning on the job. How old is he in coaching? It's about 3 years.
Yeah.
You understand?
No matter.
No, it's about 3 years. But you cannot take away the fact that he's a very intelligent
player. But
they're
giving him players he wants and all.
No. First and foremost, him as a player, you understand, he's a very intelligent player. He played under good coaches and all of that. So he has experience, whether you like it or not, playing as a footballer and coming as a coach. The same thing Pep did, you understand? He has coached in Saudi, he won the league last year. So he has somehow he has garnered experience.
In 2 years, he's going to win the Champions League.
I don't think so.
Farouk, in 2 years,
it's very possible. Even this year, they can win the Champions League. Barca is a big club.
I'm not going to lie.
It's
very possible. Because he has corrected most of the silly mistakes he made last season. He's starting to correct. Even his player selection in the window.
More great than Barcelona.
How many of them?
When we won
the likes of Man City will easily dispel.
When we won the Champions League, when we won Champions League in 2021, were you tipping Chelsea to win it?
Exactly. So I think that when
if you're going to mention top 4 clubs that will win the Champions League this season, Barcelona will comfortably slot into it. They'll be ahead of PSG. They'll be ahead of Arsenal.
See, they even have Gundogan. Can you imagine?
Come on.
I was one of the people that I feel that the school of thought should be a manager requests for a certain kind of player. I think you should give them. And once results are not coming, you easily set the blame on the manager. And Xavi wanted Joao Felix, he wanted Cancelo, he wanted Gundogan, he wanted Lewandowski, and they got him all those players. Like I said, winning the league was enough for them to give him contract. If I was the one to, because any league in the world is quite difficult to win. Thumbs up for Xavi, and we can only hope that maybe he takes Barcelona to the next level, maybe finally winning the Champions League after 2015. Now let's quickly preview
2015 and 2025.
No, 2025.
Oh, carry us go.
Let's quickly preview the EFL games. Just quick one. Chelsea once again they'll be hosting Brighton. Newcastle against Man City. We know how it seems Newcastle are beginning to get their mojo back after defeating Sheffield 8-0. Let's talk about it. Just predictions for that game. Newcastle against Man City.
Well, it's going to be very, very close. I think that Newcastle will take this one.
Newcastle easy one.
Against Man City.
Not easy
Again,
one.
EFL.
I think they will take it. Yes.
Newcastle against Man City. You know Pep will always try some players.
Of course, but even like that, I still see Man City coming out of the tops.
Okay, what about you?
I don't know. I think Newcastle have the chance to take it, sure.
Okay, Newcastle have a chance to take it. Now, a quick one, Chelsea against Brighton. I don't know what that's why I'm skeptical about cup games. I don't know what setup or what line of the coaches to bring out. Do you think Poch will bring his strong guys out again?
No, we'll lose against Brighton. Comfortably.
Easy. What about you?
I'm going to lose.
You lose against Brighton.
Chelsea will lose. Even if
what if Brighton? What if they tweak the things they do?
No matter what you do.
We're talking about a Brighton side that played Welbeck as the number 10 over the weekend and still won 3-1.
I don't even know why I should say game. They said they're going to lose, but I think that it's a cup game and the experience will go with big clubs. Brighton played in Europe during the week, last weekend. You saw what happened today. This is another cup game. I think that Chelsea have got.
Who did they play against?
Well, against most times,
these are experienced teams. You understand? Athens are coming to Europe
most times
for the past
more than Chelsea.
You don't have to.
Right, most times
more than Brighton. This is the first time Brighton is coming
games
to
are
Europe.
always different because you don't know the setup of it.
No, IBK. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Who did we play to qualify?
He used.
I can't remember who Chelsea played.
Where?
Our first game in the Carabao Cup. Who did we play this season?
I can't recall.
I can't recall.
I can't remember. It was disgraceful.
Them
one did not air that much.
I'm sure Poch will want to try something new this time around. At least the EFL Cup. Maybe he might think, this season is very tough. Let's just scratch out of this cup as early as possible so we can focus on maybe the top 4 or winning the Premier League. Can Chelsea still win the Premier League? No. Can still they win the Premier League?
How?
Well, this midweek also in La Liga, we have Real Madrid against Las Palmas. They should easily win that one. Mallorca against Barcelona. And it seems Barca are the teams to beat right about now. Any last word from you, Farouk?
I think a lot of you for you to go enjoy, during the midweek. Like we always tell our viewers, subscribe to the channel, always follow us, comment, and make it much more interesting. And for Chelsea fans that are here, and also the two guys here, I'm so sorry. Things will get better. But like I told you, expect nothing. You guys are already down. The only way for Chelsea is still down.
Roy, what about you? Quick one. The only way for Chelsea is down.
Okay, well, as much as I want to be optimistic that something positive will come at the end of the day, but for now, if we continue playing this way, I don't see a way out of this whole mess. It is a complete mess.
Okay, someone said that why would there be light at the end of the tunnel? Why can't there be light just in front? Say who punish us like that? We go full light or end of tunnel. So any light at the end of the tunnel for Chelsea?
I think there is. I'm not going to say I don't trust Poch.
Or in the middle of tunnel they go see light.
And anywhere they want to see the light, I'm not saying
the light of the tunnel.
That's another thing. The light will come next season.
All right. Like Farouk said, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Best of the Best Sports Show. My name is Sibukun Aluko. One thing I can assure you is that after this show, I'm going to give every Chelsea fan in this room a warm hug, at least to help them feel better, maybe feel good and feel right. The show remains Best of the Best Sports Show. Until we meet same time next week. Bye bye for now.